What up, YouTube land? How we doing out there tonight? It is Friday. It's a good day. Seems to be the days I upload. I don't know. For some reason, I like to do videos on Friday, I guess. But anyway, got a lot of stuff done. What I think is a lot of stuff. It doesn't look like a lot of stuff to a lot of people, but shit has taken some serious time and effort. Let me tell you. Kind of show you what I got done here. Let's see. Here, camera around. Alright, I'll start with my brake because I think this is pretty fucking badass. I really do. I think this is badass. Whoop, 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 and back up. Back up. Zoom in. Okay. Alright. Master cylinder is mounted. Brakes pedal is mounted. My rod and my spring return mount there, which also has what I am calling a freaking brake brake rod loop, I guess. I don't know. It doesn't touch the loop. The loop goes through. It's got about a quarter, not even a quarter of an inch around each side. Doesn't touch or nothing. Goes right through there. Pretty nice, man. This thing is working great. I'm loving it. But that rod, as far as like right, let me show you. Let me drop down and get my eagle on. Alright, so this rod, it don't screw in there, man. You can kind of take that, you could take that out if you wanted. I mean, it's kind of difficult, but see, there we go. See how that doesn't, I mean, it just kind of, it'll come out. But see, my catch doesn't allow it to go any further than that. So if all shit was to go awry, as you can see, I still have brakes. And I would know something wasn't right because my pedal would be a little funny. But I got that little catch I made there. Let's see here. Zoom out a little. There we go. Got that catch made. And like I say, that fucker just travels right through there. Don't touch. It ain't perfect. It ain't pretty. But you won't see it. And it works. So, that is what I got going on underneath here. Okay, I'm still going to do a little bit of mounting and whatnot. I also got this other little guy. I'll show you it. But it goes up against the back of this master. And it swings like over and mounts to this frame, okay? And what it does is it presses against the back of the master to support the back side of it. Because that little flat piece of metal just, I don't know, kind of, I wasn't 100% sure. But as you can see, I got a spring ran to keep my pedal pulled. I'm going to put some pedal stops on this and whatnot. That there's all welded around. Got my gussets in. Oh yeah, okay. I had to put these little guys in. I put these in. Whoop, goes right in there. No, I don't be getting funny. How much money has it got in this car though? It could start putting out. Got it there too. That's going to run it out so that I can go on. You know, is what this is. I can run my brake lines through my frame rail. Called Dave Lukey. Dave Lukey says you can't run brake lines underneath frame rails. You just can't do it. So like if I was to come out of here, go underneath these frame rails, no go. Got to be protected. So everything's got to run on the sides of frame rails, except for back here by the back tires. I can run them up the sides and back here. I can run them up through them arches, which I'm probably going to anyway. But master cylinder. Quite proud of that. I know the welds ain't all that great, guys, but again, I'm a roofer, not a fucking welder. They'll hold them. And if it don't, these videos will be a good memory of me. But anyway, I got a proportioning valve for that, residual valves, all that crap. Got everything. I'm about to make a mount for all that. Got new lug nuts, residual valve, proportioning valve, residual valve. I got this thing. Oh, new Heims. Got Heims for my ladders. Waiting on 3 jam nuts that Speedway didn't fucking get me. These right here. Ordered 6 of them. They sent me 3. Overnighting them to me though. I ain't mad. They're overnighting them to me, so I'm happy. But got new Heims on my ladders. I'll tell you. I'm gonna show you what came out of it. This here is what come out of them. I replaced whatever those are called with Heims. I don't know. I don't know. But I mean, to me, that looks like it'd be a lot better, and give everything some movement. Back there, if it needs to move up and down, side to side a little bit. I don't want side to side, but anyway. All right, so this cool ass tool right here. Okay, I don't know if you guys know what the fuck that is, but that right there is a brake line straightener. You take it, you put your brake line into that hole. Oops, airline. Put your brake line into that fucking hole right there, right? Whoop, and you turning it. You gotta turn it and shit. You can't just go woo woo woo. But I couldn't really operate that thing with one hand, so I straightened a piece of brake line out for you. But like I say, this thing works fucking amazing. It's amazing. It was $80, but it was 80 amazing dollars. Because my brake lines are going to be all nice and straight, and people ain't going to be hating on me like, dude, your brake lines look like shit. And yeah, I got mounts coming. So don't you worry. But, got brake pedal mounted. Got my ladder bars will be rebuilt as of tomorrow. I got all the measurements, so we set back to where they were at. Bam! Ladder racks, or the ladder bars with Heims. $300 and something. Well worth it, though. Alright, I don't know if I showed you guys this or not, but I got bored of just welding shit, so I was like, I'm going to make some battery cables and stuff. So ordered a little deal, makes battery cables. I'll show you. This little thing, you guys probably seen it, little slide hammer guy. A lot of people say, oh, that thing's a piece of shit. Works like a champ. Alright, don't need them high dollar things. That thing was like fucking $35 or something. Works great. Made these things. Bought a through stud. Okay, I'll show you what's on the other side of that. But this is going to be my positive for my battery. Okay, so bam, positive. There's my positive. There we go. Get some room out here. Positive for the battery. Got negative. Got welded a bolt to the frame. Got a negative wire here. Yeah, I know it's red, but I'm no fucking idiot, and I ain't going to hook my battery up to a negative. Positive, yada yada yada. Okay, all right. For its cost of that fucking wire, I'll spray paint it black. Oh, all right. Underneath here, that's the through stud. Okay, that's where it's coming through. So my positive is gonna come. It's gonna feed my on and off switch, which that's what this is. Bam, on and off switch. Brand new, by the way. Got that. That feeds from my main, and then when you turn it on, it feeds on out. I'm gonna run that on up. Pew. Take that up to the front. This here is my charging studs, of course, okay, and they're on every drag car, and I know I could have got the new, cool-looking, newer ones, but nostalgia is playing the game, guys, and whenever I was fucking 12 years old running around charging this race car, guess what? I'd pull these bad puppies off, and I'd charge me race car. God, I can't wait. I can't fucking wait. But anyway, I got it all wired up, got me a bolt welded here to ground my ground, and then, this comes over here, because this is my feed, so it's going to run all the way over. Comes in, ties into my dig, all custom made. Look at that, boy, all nice and shit. I know it. I got these things that are going to mount all this shit up. They're on their way. I got them ordered, but got all this in here. See my brake lines? Brake lines from the rear end. I got them ran up to my frame rails up there. Got them up. Oh man, is it just looking good? Oh yeah. Painted my calipers red. Nice stainless steel lines. I just farted. I'm terribly sorry. Man, I'd say that I don't think I got. Oh, wheel studs. Put in wheel studs. I got Moroso. I just did this tonight. That was what was greasy. Greased them up a little bit and shit. Greased up the threads. So that way I didn't mess up nothing when I was torquing them in there. But 1/2-inch studs, 3-inch set. Got the dog, what are they called? What's that thing called? Dog ends. They're quick start dog ends. As you can tell, they got like a weird end on them or something, right? Or whatever. They're a dog end, of course. I knew that. But dog end, these are bad sons of bitches. Exceed grade 8 capabilities or some shit, but needed to get new studs. I didn't trust them, so I got new studs. So the rear end is completely rebuilt. I got that rear ends done. Thank God. here's my old studs here. See how they threaded all the way to the end, and kind of an older stud. I wasn't for sure the grades of them, or you know, my stepdad Pop put these in years ago, and we just didn't know what it was. Okay, so this was the mount that I was explaining. You know, this is how it kind of goes in the frame. Okay, so that welds to the frame, this welds to the frame, and this welds to the frame, comes out and supports it. Believe it or not, that's fucking hollow. Can you believe that shit? This come from Tim McCamus out of Missouri, but you just cut it. That's welded in. You know, these things are awesome too, man. This is what my my push rod was the same way on my brakes down there. That rod I had to weld, as you can see, the ends into it. I even drilled into the thing and went ahead and did that too, you know, just for shits and gigs. I grinded this side, but had to put a little bend on that too, man. I'm glad I bought this little pipe bender. I don't know if I ever showed you guys my pipe bender. It's over there in that box right there. Little Chinese shit ass. That's the little stub thing right there. That little stub right there. That little stub sticking up. That's part of it. So stick it all together, and man, it bends square. I mean, it bent that square tubing right there. Let's see here, back up. It bent that square tubing. It bent that tube down there, and I'm about to bend some other shit for that shifter. I'm gonna bend my shifter mount up. But anyway, this here is what I'm just gonna weld this bad boy up. If I can do this without dropping it. And that's gonna go to the frame. I'm gonna just kind of, you ones that understand will know. This'll come. I'm bad with Cameron. Basically, this is going to mount to the frame. This is going to go behind the master, and it'll hit the back side of that right there, and it'll support the back side of it. And the reason I got that so that it threads in is whenever I want to take that master cylinder out, something ever happens, then you just back your jam nut off, thread that in there, and your master cylinder come right out. But if you want it, you know, it'll tighten up and be nice and tight. So got me one of those. Got me two of these, because it's actually a pedal stop is what it is. But I was seeing it as something different. You know what I mean? I mean, there's more than one way to skin a cat. There's more than one use for everything. So I bought two pedal stops, and I'm going to use one as a master cylinder support for the rear of it, and I'm going to use one for a fucking pedal stop in the front. Another cool thing I got too, check this out. This thing's pretty sweet. Lighter than shit too. Looks like it'd be heavy. Looks like it'd be heavy. Fucking thing is lighter than shit. I can wing this thing a mile. But anyway, shifter delay box mount. Alright, I like the Dead and Bear delay box. The big crossover. I want the old fashioned. I want the fucking old fashioned too. I don't want that new one with the digital bullshit. I want the old Dead and Bear with the push buttons. The click, 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 click. I want that one. That's the fucking Dead and Bear crossover I want. Anybody got one? You comment on my shit, I'll send you the money today. Can't find it. Cannot find it, man. I'm looking. Gonna try and get one. But that's what I want. I want the old click button, crossover, Dead and Bear delay box. Okay? Crossover, Dead and Bear delay box. That's what I want. Big, long, son of a bitch. But anyway. So, yep, that's about the progress on the car this week. Brake pedal, studs. Got some wires made. Oh. I went down to Shapiro's last Friday. Shapiro's, which was in Missouri. Dude, this shit's awesome. I went down there, got a bunch of pipe and shit. That shit there, I think I got like $20 and all the pipe and bullshit right there. That was so cheap that it was unfucking real. Okay, that was like, I don't even think that was $20, all that shit right there. That sheet was 4x10. I had them cut it down to 4x8. $42. That's 24 gauge steel. Okay. I got a sheet of aluminum right there. 4x8, $60. 4x8 brushed aluminum. Nice shit. 34 gauge. Nice shit. Nice. I was like, hell yeah, $34? Even nicer. You know what I'm saying? But anyway. So, yeah, got Hans. Yeah, man, just progress. Progress, boys. If I can get my car put together by my birthday, not put together. If I can get it from the firewall back. If I can get that put back together, built, and everything there is welded. I'm a happy man. I'm a happy man. That means I'm going to get my car done this summer. I mean, built. Get the front end done to finish off the year. When I get my car back. It's been a long time, guys. Long time. Nobody's really this. I haven't done a whole lot of videos on this car, but I bought it years ago. Girlfriends have come and gone. Oh, this thing was something. And I finally got me a girlfriend who I think is going to stick through it on this one, man. She puts up more out of this car than any woman I've ever met in my life, and God bless her. Love her death. I love you, Amanda. Love you to death. You're a good fucking woman. I appreciate you supporting me on this. But anyway, other than that, I think that's about all I got, guys. I'm gonna call it a night and come out and hit her fresh in the morning. Oh, wait a minute. I want to show you guys my holes. I put those in. Which a lot of people are probably like, why? Why would you put that in? See, it goes all the way through the back, too. There's another one back there. You can see it underneath that seat. But, like I say, your fucking brake lines and your fuel lines and whatnot, they can't run underneath the frame rails. And the reason for this, because I told the guy, whenever I called Mr. Lukey, Dave Lukey's, who told me to do this, okay? So it ain't like I'm just, like, guessing this, all right? Chassis Cert, one of the best in the fucking industry, is who told me to do that. So that is correct. That's what needs to be done. So that the reason for it is, I mean, if the frame rails are skidding along the ground, then you're in a world of fucking hurt anyway. It don't matter where your brake lines or your fuel lines are at. But if you're skidding along the ground, I wouldn't want my fuel line on the bottom of my frame rail. It's going to ignite. Okay? Not to mention, you got this shit underneath your frame rails. Your buddy Joe is like, hey man, I want to go fucking racing with you this weekend. You're like, okay Joe, let's go. Always could use a hand, right? Racing ain't fucking easy. Everybody thinks it's all fun and fucking games. This is a job going racing. Well, your fucking buddy doesn't know that your brake lines are ran underneath your fuel rails. You tell your buddy you need to jack that car up. So he throws a fucking jack under the car, jacks the thing up, you ain't thinking. He jacks that car up and he pinches off a brake line. You don't know, he didn't know he did it. You go out there, you make a fucking pass, man, and you ain't got no brakes. Your brakes fucked up. He done cut your brake line in half. Didn't even fucking know it. So that's whenever it made sense to me. I was like, I understand, man. I understand. He says that, you know, anytime that frame will come in contact with anything, yada, yada. I was like, I understand, man. So we want safety. So I put those things in so that my fuel line can run through the fuel line on this side. And we got brake lines going through this side. So brake lines can go all the way through my frame rails, fuel lines, yada, yada, yada. Ain't nothing. I want racing with this. I don't want to go to, I want to go to Havana. I want to go to Charleston. I want to go to all the IHRA tracks where they don't really check for shit. But then again, if there's a $5,000 nostalgia race at fucking Havana or at St. Louis or Indy or any of those badass tracks that I'm close to, if I wanted to go run there, I would pass tech. Now it's kind of like parole and probation. Parole's easy. Probation's a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Well, getting your car certed, it's not easy. But getting your car to pass tech is like fucking pulling teeth, man. I mean, they nitpick you. You know, that's where everything's ran and how your seatbelts and, you know, it's got to be built correctly and da-da-da-da. So that's kind of what I'm going for. But anyway, talk your ears off all night. So, my next video, man, I think we're going to be putting a floor in this son of a bitch. I gotta get my I got over there. Gotta put my drive shaft loop in still. But I want to drop my transmission back in real fast, and I ain't had time to do it, but put my transmission in so that I can measure that shit up and make sure that's going right. But get my drive shaft loop in. And everything underneath the car pretty much, I believe, is done. I don't really need to do much more welding, so I think I can put the floor in and start working on my tunnel and shit. I want to get this all skinned in. I'm going to do all this myself. I got tools to do all the Zeus, which granted, I know it ain't the best tools. I just kind of went and got some shit. But this does the dimpling. That dimples my metal. I got everything here. I mean, this ain't a whole lot of shit here, but anyway, I got the stuff to kind of help me along. I got the jigs and yada. I got some other deals too somewhere, but anyway, got stuff to come. So try and do it. I think I can get her done. So anyway, like I keep saying, love thy neighbor. Just tell them, it'll be all right. Anybody needs something, give them a hand, Other than that, virus is almost over. We're about to get a stimulus check. Shit tons of race car parts, man. Oh, God. I love stimulus checks. If the state fucking government only knew that they've almost built my race car for me. There's some good old folks, boy, out there. Donald Trump, I love you. I love you. Your name's going all over my fucking car, I promise. Anyway. All right, guys. Hey, be safe out there.